Hi, welcome back. We are at the last outline of Section 3, Ethical Factor and Research, in Chapter 2, Implementation and Approaches to Research. In this outline, we'll have quick guidelines on the subject of ethical factor. Some of those guidelines that you may consider on the process of employing any available framework of code of conduct. The first one is the societal rights. There are three important aspects you must keep in mind: that your research must be objective, unbiased, and scientifically sound. The second guidelines is the subjects and human rights. Some of those rights to keep in mind is the right to voluntary participation. You cannot force nobody to participate in your research. The right of safety and freedom from harm, the right to be informed. But somehow along the line, I think the subject has the right to be informed sooner or later. And finally, also a right to privacy and confidentiality. The third one is informed consent and voluntary aspects. Unfortunately, I think this principle seems to me is forced in this era of digital access, where there's box, always we have to check that we agree on the terms and conditions. The last guidelines is the data collection. Not all data actually is ethically legitimate to be collected. You must keep in mind that researchers should only collect data for which consent has been obtained by the owner of the data, and which is also relevant to their research, not only for their own personal benefit. We have come up to the end of some of suggesting guidelines in the way you would like to employ any of the available framework of COC. But to link this with the previous problem that we said, the subject reaction problem with the ethical factor. So we have two ends here. And the question was, shall the subject be aware of the research or not? And I think now I'm not gonna tell you what you should do, and because it shouldn't be there is a right or wrong answer here. But I would like you now to see the two ends. They are quite clear to you. You have come to understand your responsibility of ethical factor. You have come to understand the problem of subject reaction. You must always keep in mind, maintain the balance between these two. So having to solve this problem, I think the research design is a very, very crucial and important point, which we are going to learn about in the following chapters. But in general, I wanted to leave this final closure to you, and I think with your own personal practice experience and also seeking help and advice from senior researchers is a quite important point. We have come to the final closure. Next, we will have a quick conclusion on what we have covered on this chapter. I will see you then.